All right. It's been months, but now we have some news in the DrDisRespect Twitch banning saga. And this is news that promises to make for a very, very interesting future as things develop. And I will be watching. Let's talk about what is going on with DrDisRespect right now. I'm Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I'm a lawyer. I'm also a legal and political commentator on YouTube and on Odyssey. Wherever you're watching, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, hit share, turn on your notifications. There's my pitch. I hope you catch it. Okay, here we go. DrDisRespect. Let's take a step back and talk about who he is and then talk about this recent news, which is a bombshell in my humble opinion. All right. DrDisRespect was one of the most popular streamers on Twitch. He had millions of followers. He performed to a live audience, tens to hundreds of thousands strong all the time with consistency. He was pulling in massive income, and he had signed an exclusivity agreement with Twitch, the terms of which are not fully known, but speculations included something like an 8-figure agreement. This is in the height of Twitch versus Mixer. We have this exclusivity coming in, and Twitch even renewed that exclusivity agreement. So we have something special here that most streamers don't get. Most streamers have a sort of blanket terms of service acceptance streaming agreement, right? Like, you follow these terms, we go ahead and allow you a affiliate program or a partnership program. Twitch has two different levels, affiliate and partner, and they have different sort of income rewards. They have different binding expectations on both of the parties. Now, some streamers, like DrDisRespect, had something even further, an exclusivity agreement with Twitch that says, hey, you can only put your content here, only on Twitch. And in exchange for that, we're going to give you money, because they think that having someone like DrDisRespect on the platform is a massive boost to the platform itself. And you can only find it here. You can't find him posting his own content on, Patreon or on YouTube or whatever. Twitch has it, and that makes the streamer focus their attention in a specific spot. It's kind of like a legacy media contract agreement, right? A station hiring some sort of employee, a broadcast hiring a journalist or an anchor or a commentator. That's what had gone on. And DrDisRespect was a entertainer, still is. Sorry, I'm talking about him like he's dead. What is an entertainer worthy of that type of engagement with a major corporation? So Twitch said. But then Twitch pulls a 180 and bans him from the platform. But they don't just ban DrDisRespect from the platform. They ban everything about DrDisRespect from the platform. They unpersoned him from the realm of Twitch to the point where he was not even allowed to be on streams with friends of his who he had been streaming with for years. He was not allowed to do cross-platform streams with other Twitch streamers. He was not allowed to compete in tournaments that were on Twitch, and competitors risked banning if DrDisRespect happened to pop in to a game. It was a little bit crazy, but the craziest part was for us watching at home. There were no details about this, and Twitch had said that they severed ties with DrDisRespect, and DrDisRespect said that he had no indication of why they had actually done this. Surely he had some speculation, but there was nothing ever confirmed. And this was a very troubling aspect of this, and an ongoing troubling aspect of bannings from social media and big media sites, because in typical business relationships, if you violate a provision of the contract, there is some disclosure that happens as to what term was violated, so that either remedy can be made or maybe a lawsuit can be filed to rectify the situation. If you believe that the contract is being unjustly severed, then you need to be able to fight back against that. So typically there's a notice requirement. And at the time, everyone was silent about this, except for we online commentators who are speculating about what it may have been. And I'm not going to get into that speculation. You can find all sorts of stuff from people who are more learned than me on Dr. Disrespect. I'm giving a high-level overview here, but it could be anything from, some sort of violation of exclusivity to some sort of Me Too thing. And the rumors kind of spread across that. And there were lots of rumors that some other high-profile Twitch streamers may have been involved in something behind the scenes. I don't know any of this. None of this has been confirmed. But what we do know now is that Dr. Disrespect does know the reason for the banning, or at least the purported reason for the banning from Twitch. And he's got something pretty interesting to say about it. Let's check it out.
I can't talk about it. But a lot of people ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why now. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the fuck out of them. Okay? I don't know how else to put it. The amount of damages and you just don't... No. Gotta... For a second, Anyways, I can't...
Okay, so there we have it. There's Dr. Disrespect saying, for lack of a better phrase, because what better phrase is there than there's a reason that we're suing the fuck out of them. And that is right after he has said that he knows exactly why they have purportedly severed their agreement with him. And this is huge news, okay? This means that Dr. Disrespect fully believes that Twitch is in the wrong and that he is in the right here, and that he believes that the removal was unjust and, more importantly, against the terms of the contract. You can see that he is very animated about this, although restrained. He is angry. He is angry, and that is clear from this. When he says the amount of damages, again, the rumors on the exclusivity agreement have it north of $10 million. $10 million. And this is not an outlandish number to speculate upon, as we saw exclusivity agreements coming out around the same time from Mixer for $10 to $30 million for some of these streamers. Now, Dr. Disrespect has, of course, since landed on YouTube, and he is doing very, very well over there. However, it does not appear that he is doing in the neighborhood of $10 million well in damages. And he would presumably be doing just as well over on Twitch. This is important because breach of contract lawsuits can have damage mitigation areas where if you can mitigate the damages, and in some states they require you to attempt to mitigate the damages on something like this. If you can mitigate damages, then you can you will get less of a reward, right? That is part of the idea, is to make a money transfer from one party to the other just to make the person whole, not necessarily to go after them. Dr. Disrespect doesn't really have an easy way to mitigate the cost of that contract with the exclusivity amount that's in there. No matter how well he does on YouTube, we can presume that he would have done at least as well and probably better by remaining on Twitch. And so this is very big news for him, and the lawsuit itself, I cannot wait to see. I hope that it has some traditional Dr. Disrespect flair to it. Hopefully he disrespects Twitch all the way home on this one, because in my opinion, they screwed up royally on this. I'm not sure what they did, but or the reason that they did it and what they thought about why they were doing this. But to me, signing exclusivity, I mean, I think he renewed his exclusivity agreement in May of 2020, something like that, and then was banned pretty shortly thereafter. To go from offering someone millions of dollars for the promise that they will only be on the platform, to then saying that they need to go, and they need to go so hard they can't even be mentioned, the amount of brand damage that that did to DrDisRespect, or could have potentially done to DrDisRespect, is really, really hard to calculate. And I'm sure that will be another claim on this lawsuit. And hopefully he's got very, very good lawyers putting it together. I'll be watching because it is going to be informative. It's going to be interesting, and it is going to be a lightning fest. Now, if you think that these companies are beyond all assault, there actually has been a successful lawsuit very recently against Twitch from one of its creators, and that is a guy named Phantom Lord. And that is a long story that we're not going to get into here, but needless to say, these companies are entering into contractual agreements with streamers. They are doing something a little bit beyond just a passive involvement in a person who walks through their business's virtual door. They are offering money, and in some cases, quite a bit of money. They are binding their content distribution by copyright and licensing. There's a lot going on here, and we get to see all of it, hopefully, when DrDisRespect files suit. So I will be watching. If you want to watch this lawsuit unfold whenever that happens, make sure you subscribe. By the way, we cover other interesting legal and political topics as well. And why don't you guys drop a comment down below and tell me what you think about this? Do you stand with Doc or do you snitch with Twitch? I loaded that question. I don't know how that works, but maybe that'll skew the results. All right, guys, catch you next time. Thanks for watching today. Peace. Peace.